You know, every single year, the SEMA show in Vegas is just absolutely packed with the wildest custom cars you've ever seen. But every now and then, one comes along that's, well, it's more than just a car. It's a whole story. So let's dive into this incredible machine and the half-century journey it took to build it.
You hear that term thrown around all the time in the car world, right? Unicorn. But what does it really mean? Is it just about how rare it is? The horsepower? The price tag? It's a great question to keep in the back of your mind as we go through this build.
At the end of the day, it really just boils down to this: true unicorn status. That's about creating a combination so unique, so specific to you that it just stands completely on its own. It's a one of one. And that is exactly what this Corvette is.
So here's the magic formula. You've got Liberty Walk widebody C8s out there, but very few are hardtop convertibles, and even fewer of those have a twin-turbo setup. So when you put all three of those things together, well, you're looking at something the world has literally never seen before.
But, you know, a car like this doesn't just appear out of thin air. This thing is the culmination of a dream that started over 50 years ago with a man named Navarro. So let's get into his story, because that's where this all began.
And this is where the story gets so cool. This passion has been simmering for decades. It all started back in the 70s, sparked by his dad's ridiculously loud Dodge Charger. By 1986, he was already tackling these huge projects, like a full-on convertible conversion on a Nissan pickup truck. But then, you know, life happens. A 40-year career, raising a family, the dream was always there, just waiting. And that moment, well, it finally arrived in 2023. And this quote from Aaron, man, it just gets right to the heart of it all. After decades of putting his family and his career first, this wasn't just about building some cool car. It was about finally doing something just for himself. It was his time.
All right, so the lifelong dream is ready to become a reality. But why the C8 Corvette? Out of all the cars in the world, why was this the one to make it all happen?
It's pretty simple, really. The C8 is a total game changer. You get the performance, you get that mid-engine layout, the aggressive looks of a European supercar, but it's an American icon. It was just the perfect, attainable canvas for an extreme, once-in-a-lifetime kind of project.
So, with the platform chosen, it was time to turn that dream into actual metal, carbon fiber, and just pure power. This is where things get technical, and where a master craftsman steps into the picture.
Okay, if you follow high-end Corvette builds, you probably know the name Jay Boyd. He's the genius behind Voodoo, that legendary purple C8 that basically broke the internet at SEMA. So Aaron sees Voodoo on Instagram and just reaches out with a simple question. Hey, can you build a hardtop convertible version? Jay didn't even hesitate, and boom, a 2-year partnership was born.
And just look at this build sheet. We are talking a Pades Performance twin-turbo system kicking out around 725 horsepower. It's on airlift suspension so it can get that perfect slam-to-the-ground show stance, a massive Seika big brake kit with 8 piston front calipers, I mean that's some serious stopping power, and of course the full Liberty Walk kit wrapped around these stunning Rohana carbon fiber wheels. There were absolutely no corners cut here. Now, every great SEMA story has a little bit of chaos, right? And this one is no different. Getting a car of this level ready for the biggest car show on Earth is never easy. The journey to that finish line was an absolute battle against the clock.
Seriously, this was not a smooth ride. First, the Liberty Walk kit, it shows up late. I mean, can you imagine the panic? Then, the custom brake kit fought them every single step of the way. And apparently just bleeding the brakes on a C8 turned into a 2-day nightmare of air pockets and frustration. They were literally tightening the last bolt right before the car had to be loaded up for Vegas. Talk about a photo finish.
And then, after all that chaos, something incredible happened. The car was originally supposed to have a spot outside at SEMA, but when the organizers actually saw it, they made a last-minute change. They moved it inside to Central Hall. That's the absolute prime real estate of the entire show, reserved for only the most elite builds. This was a huge, totally unexpected honor.
So as that car rolled under the bright lights of Central Hall, it wasn't just a collection of expensive parts anymore. It was the physical embodiment of a 50-year-old dream finally coming to life for everyone to see.
In Aaron's final words on the whole thing, they just say it all. It's a testament to passion for sure, but maybe even more so to patience. It's just proof that it is never, ever too late to go after that one big thing you've wanted since you were a kid.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? Aaron waited 50 years to build his dream. His story is just incredible, but it also makes you stop and wonder, what's the dream you've been putting on hold?